Hello antique fans, and welcome to my channel for another antique related video. This is Deanna from Vintage Touch Antiques, and I have quite a group of things here that I have selected to be delivered to my Vintage Touch Antique booth in Antique Crossroads, Hagerstown, Maryland on September the 12th, 2015. Sales have been very strong here at my antique booth, and so I have pulled out a number of things here to restock, and so I want to share what it is that's going in on September the 12th. I'm going to start here on the end. Here is an adorable little 4-inch celluloid doll in her original clothes with her little sweater and toboggan there. She is in very, very good condition. She was in a box, so she was preserved and doesn't look like she's even hardly been played with. She'll be going into the shop for $18. And she was sitting on this great little spindleback wood chair, a darling little doll chair. It stands about 7 inches tall, and it'll be going into the shop for $18. To the front here, this is a pair of high-top black leather children's youth size or grade school size shoes. They even have the size inside 7.5. This size is a lot more unusual and hard to find because children just wore them out and they passed them down through the families. So this was a great find, and these are going into the shop for $59. I have a little Bisque, Japan Bisque doll here that's just a 3.5-inch tall one. She just has the little jointed arms. A lot of people like these little Bisque dolls. You can do so much with them, and there's a lot of people who collect them. She's going in for $7. Got a couple of images here. This is a double photo case here that you can see. It's from the 19th century, and these are tintypes. They're the 3 by 3.5 size tintype, with the man on one side, the woman on the other side. They do come in the case that have their latches, and this one will be going into the shop for $45. I have another unusual one here. This may indeed be an ambro. I can't say that for sure because this little photo is encased and I cannot get it out to examine it, but it's got some weight to it. It's heavier than tintypes are, and it comes in this adorable little wire easel, as you can see here. And this is going into the shop for $25. It's an image of sisters, which is another more unusual image to find. Put that one out of the way. Got a couple of Swift's Brookfield 5-pound cheese boxes. Cheese boxes sell very well in my shop. These two, I've got one that's open at the top and one that's open at the bottom. People use them different ways. It depends on how you want to use them. If you want to use them as a storage container, then you would probably want them open at the top. If you're wanting to use them as like a riser and set some kind of collectible on top, it's good to have them open at the bottom, and they make a nice little stand there for you to use. Those are going into the shop for $9 each. This is a great little brass dome shaped box with a finial top, and it has some black stones. I don't know what kind of stones these are. They could be onyx. I am not sure about that. But this little box is going into the shop for $15. Here's a pair of really long vintage pearls. I like to put a lot of pearls around in my shop, in my Victorian ladies section. I think it dresses it up. Like I said, these are vintage, and they're Sarah Coventry, and these are 88 inches long, if you can believe it. I mean, really, really long. One strand. Also, here on the front. These are primitive metal. You can hear the metal there, the sound. These are applique quilt pattern pieces. One's a rabbit, one's a rooster. They're very primitive. There's a lot of collectors for this type of item. They've got little holes there that I've inserted the tags so they could easily be mounted to something if you would wish to do that. They're going into the shop for $9 each. Here's a great little piece. Just love it. It's a little tin. It's a tin litho. And it has the three little pigs. The story there that surrounds the tin with the bale handle and the tin lid. It is just precious. Stands 3 inches tall. Going into the shop for $69. Another great old Civil War storage box. This one has the little metal latch there that you can see, and it does latch. It's a little difficult, but it does latch. It's got the little wire latch. It has square nail construction. It has the little wire hinges. I don't know if you can see them or not. Like right there. It's very primitive. Really nice patina on this piece. Great little box. Going into the shop for $30. Now the glare on this piece is probably going to make it a little bit more difficult to photograph, but this is a really sweet framed lithograph. It does have copyright date of 1880. It's a George Stinson & Company litho, and the name of this particular print or litho is the Highland Shepherd Boy. And if I'm trying to see if I can, there, you might see it a little better right there. It's got his sheepdog. Really sweet piece. Sold an awful lot of apothecary pieces lately, so I'm putting in, this is a nice little amber apothecary bottle. It's just a 3.5 inch tall one. It has the little flat top stopper there. Here's a little rosebud advertising tin, rosebud regulators, and that's going into the shop for $7. Here's another little bottle that once held chloratone, whatever that was, and it says on there hypnotic, so you know, whatever. It does have some product still in there. I would not advise anybody to ever use it. This is just for collectible purposes only, and this is going into the shop for $13, and that's an early one with the flat top as well. It's a Park and Davis bottle. Also, I'll be putting in, this is a tin, and it's seedless powders. I think that's how you pronounce that. This is a tin that had little packets in it that you mixed up. I think it was for headaches, and you mixed up the little granules in water and drank that. That was what they used for headaches. Here's a little wood box that was probably used to ship medicines to the pharmacy back in the day. This one has a partial label on it. Potassium bromide was what it had in it, and this is going into the shop for $6. Oh, and the I forgot to tell you the price on some of these. The powders tin is $9. The little amber bottles $10, and I told you that one, I think $13. Also along that line, here's a sweet little bowl that was used as a mortar. It's got the little rough edge there where the little pestle probably laid all those years. It's going into the shop for $10 for the set. Moving that one out of the way. Also, I've got a antique back to school display right now, and I've sold a lot of things out of there, so I'll be restocking with a couple of things here. This is a vintage little child slate with abacus beads, and this one's going into the shop for $10. And an antique brass teacher's desk bell. Wonderful ring, as you can hear. This one is going into the shop for $32. Also, here's a nice little clothes brush or shoulder brush, whatever you want to call that. It's wood. It's got a nice patina with, you can see all the wear there from the use that it's had. This is going in for $5. And then one last item down here is a popular wire dish rack. It has the tray there for your silverware, and this dish rack, very popular among antique dealers, using them to display old china and so forth, but for a variety of purposes people like them, and this one is going into the shop for $15. So that's what will be delivered on September the 12th, and I hope you will be able to come by Antique Crossroads and check this out soon. If you are interested in most of these pieces can be shipped. If you're interested in purchasing them online, just message me and I can transfer them to my online store. You'll find the Vintage Touch Antique booth in the third row on the left of the Antique Mall. Just look for the big Vintage Touch sign that hangs over my double space booth. I thank you for visiting my channel, and I hope you will check my channel for other antique related videos. I have them grouped under playlists to make them easy for you to find. I hope you'll find other antique related videos that you'll find interesting. And I thank you for watching. Please check the description of the video for where you can find me on the web, and you'll also see there the link to my web page where I have a lot of pieces described individually, and also the link to my online store. So thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and get out there and hunt for those antiques. Bye-bye.